Ninth Circuit rules federal government can deport illegals and can sue local authorities for obstruction. You would think it would be common sense, but you never really know what's going to come out from the nutty ninth out west. But I'm happy that they ruled what I believe the correct way. The one of the main things that the federal government is supposed to do is supposed to be able to protect our borders. And that's what deportation and holding authorities accountable is all about. So we're going to talk about this, but before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Right Scoop, and they report that the Ninth Circuit just issued a major decision in support of the federal government's authority to deport illegals just in time for President Trump to take office and begin his mass deportation efforts, which I am for. We got to get rid of these criminals that came into our country and continue to break the law, which is just crazy to me. You would think you would want to be under the radar and keep your nose clean if you're in this country illegally, but a lot of them don't. But in a nutshell, the Ninth Circuit ruled that local authorities do not have the power to overrule the federal government's deportation of illegals in their jurisdiction, which happened back in 2019 in a county in Washington state. The county tried to prevent ICE from using their local airfield to deport illegals. Further, the court ruled that the federal government has the right to sue if local authorities try to obstruct them, as in the case above. So here's more via the Washington Examiner. They say the federal government has the authority to deport foreign nationals in the U.S. illegally over the objection of local authorities. A panel of 3 judges on the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals unanimously ruled. Unanimously. Again, it's pretty clear cut. So I can't wait to see what these mayors and governors like Newsom, what they're going to do about this ruling. Because they can be held accountable, ultimately. But the article goes on to say, the 29-page ruling was written by Judge Daniel Bress, with Judge Michael Hawkins and Richard Clinton concurring. At issue is an April 2019 executive order issued by King County Executive Dow Constantine, which directed county officials to prohibit fixed base operations on a county airfield near Seattle from serving U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement charter flights used to deport illegal foreign nationals. Constantine's order prohibited King County International Airport from supporting, quote, the transportation and deportation of immigration detainees in the custody of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, either traveling within or arriving or departing the United States or its territories. The airport is located next to a major ICE Seattle base of operations. The Trump administration at the time sued, arguing Constantine's order violated the supremacy clauses, intergovernmental immunity doctrine, and a World War II era instrument of transfer agreement allowing the federal government to use the airport in King County. A district court agreed, ruling in favor of the federal government. King County next appealed to the Ninth Circuit. The Ninth Circuit, which I call the Nutty Ninth because they're super duper leftist most of the time, but the Ninth Circuit panel affirmed the district court's summary judgment that the order violated the supremacy clause and the instrument of transfer agreement. The panel also held that the federal government had Article 3 standing to sue and, quote, had 2 related concrete and individualized injuries. The first is, quote, the inability to conduct the charter flights, which has increased ICE's operational costs, constituted a de facto injury that affected the United States in a particularized individual way, and, quote, an imminent risk of future injury from the executive order. The second is the federal government's injuries, quote, where fairly traceable and are likely as obsessed to merely speculative. As opposed to merely speculative. Struggle reading today, y'all. As a result of the order, were there no order, an FBO would resume servicing ICE charter flights, the court notes. Constantine's order violated the governmental immunity doctrine because it, quote, improperly regulated the way in which the federal government transported non-citizen detainees by preventing ICE from using private FBO contractors at Boeing Field, and on its face discriminated against the United States by singling out the federal government and its contractors for unfavorable treatment, the court held. So big news, especially for incoming Trump, who wants to go in and deport these illegal immigrants that some of these leftist mayors and Democrats are saying they're not going to allow happen. But now we got the Ninth Circuit Court saying, no, this is the federal government's purview. They have every right to do this. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.